Welcome to South Huron's energy efficiency video. There are many ways you can save money and reduce your carbon footprint at the same time. Utility providers have practical tips on saving money and on using your energy resources wisely. These can be found on their websites and in the pamphlets you get with your utility bills. As their energy efficient information is so readily available, Justin Mason and I will be highlighting energy efficiency tips that are not so frequently promoted on an everyday basis. We believe they are equally effective in lowering your costs and in lowering greenhouse gas emissions. I will be focusing on eco-driving, and following me, Justin will focus on improving energy efficiency in your home. Electric cars are often said to be the way of the future, and someday that may prove to be the predominant case. However, in today's reality, the vast majority of vehicles on the road operate using fossil fuels. The good news is there are effective strategies for fossil fuel vehicles that can help you save money and use up to 25% less fuel wherever you drive. By using these strategies, you will also reduce your carbon footprint. Eco-driving is the relatively new catchphrase that defines this style of driving. Canada is a vast country, and personal vehicles are certainly an integral part of our lives, both in urban and rural settings, for fun, for work, even for independence as we move ourselves from point A to B. They contribute positively to our economy on many levels, yet they also have an impact on our atmosphere, as noted by facts published by the Government of Canada. Eco-driving with fuel efficiency in mind can save you money, as you require fewer trips to fill up at the gas station, create less carbon dioxide emissions, commonly referred to as CO2 emissions, as you are burning less fuel. It can even reduce wear and tear on your vehicle and therefore cost you less on vehicle maintenance. And our community's safety is always maximized when the rules of the road, along with the posted speed limits, are followed. To assist you, I have gathered some practical tips that I believe are fairly easy to follow, and I hope you will find them useful. Try to accelerate gently to conserve fuel. Nothing guzzles gas faster than flooring your accelerator to move off from a full stop, or from when you are trying to pass a car on a highway without having left yourself a sufficient amount of room to do so safely. You can almost feel the loss of fuel if you are gunning your engine. Maintain a steady speed and avoid unnecessary fuel consumption. If you drive at a consistent speed, particularly on the highways, rather than fluctuating speeds, you will use less gas to get where you are going. If you have cruise control, try to use it for all of your highway driving. Even if you are in a hurry, speeding up on the open road won't necessarily get you there any faster. So experiment, time yourself. I have tried a number of timing experiments when I drive. Consistently going the posted speed limit, or yes, sometimes speeding up or passing cars to try and get there faster. Between all the towns I pass, the stop signs, and the newer roundabouts that I encounter, I never seem to make up much for the lost time I am seeking. So now I just set my speed and enjoy the ride. And somehow I manage to get where I am going in good time. Anticipating traffic can help you avoid hard braking at lights and in traffic jams. Frequent unnecessary braking can waste a lot of fuel. For city driving, or when you are in stop and go traffic, Use your vehicle's Eco mode if you have this feature. Eco mode does not help you control your speed, but it is designed to improve your engine and transmission performance at low speeds. It may also help you regulate items like your climate control and seat heating, all of which can deliver better fuel economy. Coast to decelerate. This is my favorite tip, and I use it a lot. When I see signs in the distance, either advising me that a stop sign is ahead or that the speed limit is about to change, I take my foot right off the accelerator and I coast. When you coast, you are using your vehicle's momentum and no more gas is being fed into your engine. It's basically a free ride. And I've noticed that simply removing my foot from the pedal when I first see an advance warning sign that I rarely need to use brakes to meet a town's speed limit. Our roads department seems to know just where and how far apart to place these signs. Avoid high speeds. It's difficult for me to say what's the most fuel efficient speed to drive for any one vehicle, as so many factors seem to play a role in this equation. Your vehicle's EnerGuide will provide a fair indication, as do other factors like the vehicle's age and its general maintenance and upkeep. Consistent speeds are likely to generate the best performance. It's also important to be aware that in simply speeding up from, say, 100 kilometers an hour to 120 kilometers an hour, you will likely use up to 20% more fuel with that increase in speed. So it follows that with progressively higher speeds, that percentage of fuel usage will continue to rise. There are a few other tips that you can use to enhance your eco-driving efforts. Avoid unnecessary idling. That's fairly self-explanatory. Check your tire pressure. Air pressure gauges are fairly inexpensive, and they are also available at the majority of gas stations where you will likely get your air. To determine the proper air pressure for your tires, you may refer to your owner manual or simply to the metal plate attached to the driver's side door. Regular tune-ups and oil changes help your engine operate at its most efficient. And removing the weight of unnecessary items from your vehicle can help you too, although you might appreciate that extra weight during the winter months. I wish you all safe travels and success in your eco-driving adventures. It is now my great pleasure to introduce you to Justin Mason, Registered Energy Advisor. Justin specializes in helping individuals green their home through energy efficiency improvements. A resident of Grenbend and a graduate of Wilfrid Laurier, Justin has demonstrated great passion for sustainable energy management practices throughout his career, performing a variety of audits and helping both individuals and businesses achieve their energy efficiency goals. Over to you, Justin.
Thanks for the introduction, Marissa, and thank you to all of you who are taking the time to watch today. My name is Justin, and I'm going to be explaining what an energy audit is. If you have any questions at the end of the video, I will make sure that you have access to my contact information, and I would be happy to talk more with you, answer any questions that you have. So the audit process, it's not unlike getting a home inspection done. However, the focus of my audit is going to be all about energy efficiency. So rather than looking for structural problems in the house, I'm looking at the home to evaluate how it was built, how well it retains energy, the efficiency of the mechanical systems in the home, and how airtight the home is. At the end of the process, I'm going to give you a report that shows your house's energy score. That's just another way of saying how much energy the home uses in a given year. Now, there are lots of reasons that you might be interested in getting an audit done on your house. Some people want to get additional information about how their home uses energy, but usually there's like a specific problem with the house that they're looking to fix. They want to address it in the most efficient way possible. So we're talking about things like abnormally high hydro bills or gas bills, uneven heat distribution in the house. So that's like hot and cold zones where the registers don't distribute the heat evenly in the home, or just like drafty rooms in the house. Some people want to get an audit just because they're looking for ways to reduce their carbon footprint, and they're looking for tips on how they can do that in their home. And these are all great reasons to get an audit done. And I've got great news for you. The federal government has just launched a program called the Greener Homes Grant. The Homes Grant, it provides the homeowner with rebates for making efficiency upgrades to their house. So I want to talk to you now about this program. The Canadian government has made a commitment to clean energy and to get the country to reduce emissions. So one of the ways that they are going to do this is through this program, the Greener Homes Program. Generally speaking, if the work that you are doing on your home or going to do on your home is going to make it consume less energy, then there's probably some sort of grant money available to you for making those improvements to the house. The grant is an opportunity for you to accomplish your energy goals, improve the comfort of your house, and you're going to save money in the process, both through the grant and then through a payback period on the upgrades that you're making on the house. So if you can take a look at the slide that we have up, you're going to see all the different grant categories of where a homeowner can get some money back for having work done on their home. Now, as long as you complete one upgrade from that list, you are going to get a rebate of $600. That rebate covers the majority of the cost of getting the energy audits done on your house. The program has a maximum rebate of $5,600. So that would be a maximum of $5,000 in grant money for the upgrades that you've done to the house, and then the $600 for the cost of the energy audit. Most of you, being realistic, are not going to get the full $5,000 rebate if you're only doing one or two upgrades to the house. But if you take a look, you can get the full rebate just from doing exterior wall insulation if you add enough insulation to the home. So it is definitely possible to max out and get the full rebate. It does just depend on the scope of the work that you are actually doing, though. Whenever I do an audit on a house, I like the homeowner to have an idea of at least one upgrade that they're interested in or considering doing, and then I will suggest additional upgrades that might make sense for you to pursue. Kind of depends, given the cost of the upgrade and the amount of money that you'll get back. Every house is different, but I am always trying to suggest things that make sense both from an energy perspective and from the amount of money that you're actually going to get back for doing that upgrade. Okay, so now let's talk about how you would actually get started if you were interested in this. First, I would encourage you to give me a call or send me an email if you want to discuss just if the program is right for you. But if you do want to proceed with an audit, the first thing you're going to need to do is create an account on the website, the Greener Homes Grant. So we'll provide that link for you. Once you've got the account created, I can proceed with my audit on the house. This usually takes around an hour to do the initial energy audit, and it's very important that this audit happens before you have any work done to the house to ensure that you get all of the grants that you are eligible for. If there is work that's been completed on the house before the initial energy audit, Unfortunately, that will not be covered by the government. So during my initial audit, I'm going to gather all of the info and the pictures that the government needs about the house, and I'm going to work with you to make suggestions about possible upgrades that you may or may not pursue. When the upgrades have been completed to the house, the homeowner can then contact me and we'll schedule the second audit on the house. Basically, the second audit is done just to verify that the work has been completed properly and that it was actually done, and ensure that you get the proper rebate amount that you are entitled to. I will just close by saying, if this is something you're interested in, please contact me. I would be very happy to discuss your specific renovation plans, see if the program makes sense for you, and see if this is a good program for you. Thank you very much for listening, and I will now throw us back to Marissa.
Thank you, Justin, for a great presentation and for sharing with all of us how you can assist in greening our homes and saving us money. And to our viewers, a special thanks for joining us.